let me take you back to a pivotal moment in the life of one of the most influential mentors I've had the privilege to know, Mr. Bob Proctor. He wasn't always the icon of wisdom and prosperity we admire today. At 26, Bob was mired in a deep financial crisis, battling not just debts, but also despair. Picture this: even if he donated every penny he earned, it would have taken him a year and a half just to break even. That's how bleak his reality was. What inspires us most about Bob isn't his early struggles. It's his radical transformation. Today, he's a global figure who has touched countless lives, proving it's never too late to rewrite your destiny. Bob often shared his past with raw honesty that resonated deeply. At 26, he described himself as a lost soul. Born during the Great Depression, he grew up surrounded by scarcity, where poverty wasn't just a condition, it was a way of life. In that context, prosperity seemed as unreachable as the stars. As a young man, the world was at war, and all he knew was that resources were limited, and having anything at all felt like a miracle. But his struggle wasn't just economic. He carried mental and emotional blocks that convinced him he was destined for mediocrity. Everything changed when he stumbled upon a book that challenged his worldview. At first, the concepts seemed absurd. For instance, the idea of asking for $10,000 and receiving it within days sounded too good to be true. He thought it was nonsense. Yet something inexplicable drew him in. He kept reading, absorbing powerful ideas that gradually began to shift his perspective. Listening to teachers like Earl Nightingale and diving into concepts like energy, vibration, and attraction reinforced his new mindset. The most significant change didn't come from a single book or lecture, but from the consistent repetition of these ideas. By aligning his energy with what he desired, he began to transform his reality. Over time, he stopped seeing himself as a victim of circumstances and realized that everything in the universe operates according to laws that can be harnessed to transform your life. Here's the fascinating part. Bob's success isn't solely due to hard work or intelligence. It's about energy and vibrations. The law of attraction isn't just a philosophical concept, it's a universal truth. You don't attract what you consciously desire, you attract what you emotionally vibrate with. Every thought, feeling, and action emits a frequency that shapes your life. Most people are stuck on the wrong frequency. They focus on what they don't want, constantly attracting the very things they fear. Bob emphasizes that attraction isn't about wishing for something. It's about aligning your energy with what you desire. By changing your thoughts, habits, and beliefs, you can reprogram your mind for success. That's exactly what Bob did. He stopped letting his past define him and started defining his future. He spent years studying and applying the principles he learned, and the results speak for themselves. The secret isn't in external achievements, but in mastering your inner world. When you change your mindset, the outer world follows. And here's the truth: anyone can do it. You don't need an advanced degree, tons of money, or a perfect start. By changing your thoughts, habits, and beliefs, you can reprogram your mind for success. That's exactly what Bob did. He stopped letting his past define him and started defining his future. He spent years studying and applying the principles he learned, and the results speak for themselves. The secret isn't in external achievements, but in mastering your inner world. When you change your mindset, the outer world follows. And here's the truth: anyone can do it. You don't need an advanced degree, tons of money, or a perfect start. What you need is the willingness to learn, grow, and embrace the power of your thoughts. Like Bob, you can take control of your life and create the reality you desire. The first step: recognize that everything around you, including the life you're living, is energy, and you can change your energy at any moment. In the realm of the law of attraction, many people constantly chase the latest technique or big revelation. They jump from guru to guru, seeking something new. But when results don't come quickly, they get frustrated and say, "Tell me something new." But the key isn't in searching for secret techniques or innovative methods. True power doesn't reside in the conscious mind. It resides in the subconscious, the driving force behind everything we create in our lives. One day, I realized something crucial that I believe can help many people. Let me explain it this way. The core truth of the law of attraction lies in repetition. Many people start learning a method, dive into it, and then feel they've mastered it. They jump to the next guru or philosophy thinking they'll find something more advanced. But they keep hopping from one teaching to another without mastering any. Magic happens when you stick to one teaching, repeat it, and let it fully penetrate your subconscious. Trust me, real progress doesn't come from jumping. It comes from consistency and repetition. Here's a simple tip. If you're learning from someone who truly resonates with you, stay with them. Whether it's a mentor, a book, or a program, the key isn't chasing the next big thing. It's sticking to what works, even if it seems repetitive. Transformation occurs through the constant reinforcement of the message. This is the secret I discovered, and I want to share it with you. Let's talk about faith for a moment. Faith is the ability to see the invisible. It's about visualizing something in your mind, something that hasn't manifested yet, and deeply believing in its possibility. Here's the amazing part. There's a power within you, your mind, capable of manifesting anything, but only when you emotionally connect with that vision. When you can see it clearly in your mind and believe in it with every fiber of your being, it will begin to materialize in the physical world. Faith isn't just an illusion. It's a deep, emotional belief that the invisible will become visible, and it goes even deeper. There's a universal law, the perpetual transmutation of energy, that states everything is simply a manifestation of non-physical energy. Think about it. This bottle of water, the chair you're sitting on, the air around you, all started as non-physical energy and transformed into physical form. When you align your thoughts and emotions with that energy, your desires have no choice but to manifest. It's not just an abstract concept. It's a universal law, and it works for everything. Finally, here's something that might surprise you. The mind waits for the soul's direction. We are souls, not just bodies having a spiritual experience. Most people think they have a soul, but the truth is, you are a soul. You're not having a spiritual experience. You are the embodiment of spirit itself. And what does spirit do? It waits for us to give it directions. When you ask for something and truly believe in it, Spirit will bring it to you. You must ask with absolute clarity and confidence. If you don't believe, it simply won't happen. This brings me to a fundamental truth about life. Nothing is created or destroyed. Energy simply transforms. Think of the seasons. A tree grows, its leaves change color and fall to the ground, returning to nourish the earth. That same earth will nurture new plants, perpetuating an eternal cycle. It's the same with you. You are energy in motion. When you leave your physical body, your soul continues its journey, like leaves returning to the earth to give life to something new. Death is merely a transition, and life, an infinite cycle of expansion and expression. When you realize that life is a continuous flow, a profound truth emerges. Everything you desire already exists as potential within the invisible energy field. The process of creation follows this universal law, energy simply taking physical form. And when you internalize this, you begin to see that what you long for is already there, waiting for you to bring it into the material realm. What's the key? Unwavering faith and deep conviction. When you genuinely believe something already belongs to you, when you visualize it as yours without doubt, it begins to manifest. It's not about understanding it intellectually or questioning whether it's possible. The essence lies in fully trusting the process. From the moment you plant the seed of an intention, the entire universe conspires to make it a reality. As Andrew Carnegie revealed to Napoleon Hill, any idea that stays in your mind, whether feared or revered, will begin to manifest in your life. This is the power of the subconscious. Your beliefs lay the foundation for your reality. So, the big question arises, are you ready to believe, without a shadow of doubt, that you can achieve anything you desire? Just ask, visualize, and trust that it will come. Sometimes, small actions, almost imperceptible ones, hold the power to transform entire lives. I remember earning just $2,000 a month, feeling trapped in a maze with no exit in sight, unable to imagine how I could break free. But something shifted after attending a seminar where I wrote my first ambitious goal, earning $20,000 a month. It felt so intimidating that I decided to write $21,000 instead, a less familiar number, but equally challenging. I carried that card with me everywhere, folded in my pocket, even while grocery shopping. Interestingly, someone close to me would silently pick it up whenever it fell, connecting with that shared intention. This experience taught me something invaluable. Success isn't magic. It's the result of consistently moving toward what you desire. True success is the progressive realization of a noble ideal. It's not so much about the final destination as it is about becoming the person you aspire to be. By focusing on your goals and feeling them as already real, you activate a powerful force within yourself. Your brain continuously responds to the images, ideas, and words you feed it. I've personally witnessed the power of this principle. My friend Phil, who went from being a struggling wrestler to a successful Hollywood producer, attributes his achievement to this exact process, writing his goals on cards and visualizing them consistently. Why do so many fail to take that first step? Because their mental paradigm is so deeply ingrained that imagining a different reality feels impossible. Here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck in that cycle forever. As soon as you take small steps toward your goals, the universe begins aligning with your actions. As Earl Nightingale said, as you move toward your goal, it begins to move toward you. It may sound illogical at first, but it's the heart of the law of attraction. When you channel your energy toward what you desire, you inevitably draw it closer. The secret lies in adjusting your frequency to receive it. I've personally witnessed the power of this principle. My friend Phil, who went from being a struggling wrestler to a successful Hollywood producer, attributes his achievement to this exact process, writing his goals on cards and visualizing them consistently. Why do so many fail to take that first step? Because their mental paradigm is so deeply ingrained that imagining a different reality feels impossible. Here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck in that cycle forever. As soon as you take small steps toward your goals, the universe begins aligning with your actions. As Earl Nightingale said, as you move toward your goal, it begins to move toward you. It may sound illogical at first, but it's the heart of the law of attraction. When you channel your energy toward what you desire, you inevitably draw it closer. The secret lies in adjusting your frequency to receive it. Too many people remain trapped in a negative vibration, wondering why they aren't attracting the success they seek. It's like trying to tune into an AM radio station using an FM frequency. It won't work until you adjust the signal. If you want prosperity, you must connect to the frequency of abundance. If you seek love, align yourself with the energy of love. True transformation happens when you become the person who already possesses what you desire. You must be before you do. Let me leave you with this. If you truly want to change your life, start today by taking one small but meaningful action that moves you closer to your future goals. Don't wait for the perfect moment. That moment is now. Commit to 90 days of aligning yourself with the life you desire, and I assure you, you'll never look back. Transformation begins with consistent, intentional actions. So if you're ready to make the shift, grab a pen and paper. Write down your goal and carry it with you. Repeat it daily. Visualize its reality. Watch as your dreams begin moving toward you. This process has led countless people to success, and it can work for you.